going for the walk? Yeah. Yes. Get your chair. If you're going to do chair exercise, get your weights. If you lift the weights, get your mats. If you're going to do yoga on the floor, yoga. Yoga. Yoga on the floor. Line up if you walk wall, or like stand up if you just gonna walk in place. Jump on your bikes. Start your treadmill. Yeah. Come walk with me. Yeah. Oh. I mean OLE, not OLD. Oh, Ron Jackson and the Still Standing Talk. And out there in the West, y'all. Catch him. Yeah, get his CDs. Y'all can have a little guitar in the morning, honey. Y'all know I came from a cult. Guitar, no way, honey. Well, I was raised in New York with my mother, honey, and our neighbor was a jazz guitarist, honey. And they would be on there jamming. Yeah. I'm walking, y'all. Hey. You too, right? You gotta have a purpose. You wake up, you get ready to exercise, you gotta have a purpose. My purpose? Saving my feet toes. Did you hear that? And yes, I truly do believe that. Did you believe that song that they'll cut you up into just a nose? Yeah. With all my heart, with the very fiber of my being. Great rising, y'all. Great raw-isms. Let's do this. Okay. Yeah, a little noisy. Ooh. Ooh. So I call to get my monthly pedicure. Because the last time I was doing my nails, I kind of took off the tip of my little toe. The skin. I was hitting the skin, I had to hit the alcohol and all kind of stuff like that. And I wouldn't go to a podiatrist because they're not manicurists. They're doctors. So they're looking for disease of the foot. My foot ain't got no disease. I just need my nails clipped and some of this dead skin pulled off. But, you know, they did all that medical school not to be a pedicurist. You know, so you think with all these people dying and all the Social Security around, they'll put some extra like that. I dropped my candy. It ain't really a candy. It's a mint. Anyway, let me get back to my story. So, I called and I said, hey, I want to make an appointment for Sunday. My daughter and I don't go by myself too many places. When you know, honey, you know. I just want to do a very nice separation of matter and energy. And until then, I just want to show my matter that I love it very much. That's why I wake up. So, she says, everybody's sick. I said, everybody's sick? She said, no Sunday. No. I said, oh, I'm still not getting it. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll call next week. She said, you can try. I'm like, what is going on out there? Because I'm in here, y'all. I'm in here. So, I go outside, and it's recycling day. So I'm doing the recycling, and after everything is done, the garbage is out, my daughter and I out there, and everything is done, And I come back inside and I start sneezing. My nose is running. Now I know this is fall. And I do have hay fever and stuff like that. But I don't have hay fever anymore. Not in this COVID era. As an old person, if I am sick, the only thing the doctor sees is COVID. So I get back inside. I don't put it together. Girl, you just been outside like for a half hour. It's fall. That's what you're sneezing at. So I'm in panic overload. Oh my goodness. And I got my only one heart doctor's appointment next week. Oh my goodness, if I go in there sneezing and stuff like that, they're going to say I have the COVID. And then I'm going to have to take the test. And then they're going to pump me full of COVID. And because I'm old, they're going to say I don't know them because I'm labeled a born and blood inmate criminal. I'm to be experimented on. So they get upset when they can't experiment on me. And I'm like, oh, this is the worst time. So I just started talking to my body. I was like, we got to get this together. Because if I go into that doctor's office sneezing and running noses, it's a wrap for us. Kiss our black ass goodbye. Yes. So as I usually do, I appealed to my body. I was like, heal us, heal us, heal us. So I had the Vicks, my grandma's favorite. I remember that it's not summer anymore, that it's winter. So you see how I was like out yesterday, I just was walking with my t-shirt when I got hot. I'll be as hot as I want to be. I'm not taking off this second layer. I know my skin is thin. So I Vicks up and I had already started like resting, getting ready for this doctor's appointment. And resting more. Feet up. So I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? And my mind is saying, it's just a fall, it's your hay fever. I'm like, it's not, there's no hay fever no more. Everything you have COVID. I'm old. I'm a labeled born in blood inmate criminal, which is in the medical field means an experiment. I'm like a big fat old rat, and I'm walking into the lab. So I just rubbed and I just laid down, and I said my usual, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. And I just rubbed my chest. Well, honey, when I woke up this morning, y'all hear me now, right? So I said, oh, okay. Oh. I'm like, okay. So it is the hay fever. Okay, it is the hay fever. You don't got that thing. Okay. So now what are you going to do? And I was like, I got to walk out this house with my mask on. I can't take my mask off for anything because I have hay fever. Hay fever don't exist no more. Everything I have as a old label, born in blood inmate criminal to be experimented on, everything I have is going to be COVID to them. Before COVID, everything I would have would be cancer. Everything. Everything. Remember I told you I had 21? They had already said. So, I'm just happy, y'all. My body came through. I made my body poof up. I said, listen, look at Linda. I be moving and exercising, making sure that the antibodies get what they need and y'all get what y'all need. I ain't gonna catch it up. I wake up every morning and walk first and make sure the circulation get through. Make sure these vitamin supplements get through. Honey, I tell my body, I love you. So you got to do something. Because if I walk into that lab, being a labeled born and blood inmate criminal, and I walk into that lab, I am a rat to be experimented on. Whew, so no runny nose is nothing, honey. That Vicks did its thing. I remember my grandmother used to hook her finger in and take a gulp of Vicks and put it down. But we know it's a eucalyptus. Eucalyptus? Okay. So, I'm so happy for that. What panic attacks. That was, whew. I had to go to sleep. I was like, oh my God. Anyway, Judge Newman, let's get to my subject. Judge Newman is a judge in South Carolina who presided over the Alex Murdaugh murder trial and a few more of those Hatfield, McCoy, and Douglas situation where the lawyers run everything. Now, Judge Newman is an African American judge. And we know about South Carolina. I know about South Carolina. I only lived there 5 years. Honey, I get PTSD if I even get close to the state, all right? Whew. Anyway. So I was also in Nevada at the time that the trial started. So it was nothing but me and all my podcasts and talking about the Alex Murdaugh trial. And of course YouTube, watching the trial. And the first thing I noticed was Judge Newman, an old, staunch African-American man. If he has weathered the South Carolina law system or whatever that is. Anyway, as soon as I saw him, I said, oh my goodness, this is a setup. And then of course, I started feeling bad. I was like, don't do that, Vicki. Don't do that. Just because he's an African-American man, a labeled born in blood inmate criminal, it doesn't mean that these Hatfield and McCoy low-life lawyers are going to get off, especially Murdaugh, who was accused at that time, wasn't convicted, accused of killing his wife and son. So I watched Judge Newman, and everybody was giving him all the compliments. All the compliments, all the white commentators, and they were just giving Judge Newman how he handled his court. And I'm having panic attacks. I'm like, holy shit. Holy shit, I see the setup. I saw it so clearly. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna, no, I'm not, no. I saw it clearly, y'all. So now, it was something with the bailiff. Oh no, the court clerk. Because Murdaugh is trying to get out of jail. Get out of jail free card. I knew it right away. I was like, okay, yes. And guess who they're bringing to witness? He can't reside over anything for a while because he is a witness. The Murdaugh's lawyers have turned the whole thing around on Judge Newman. I knew it. Y'all, HBCU and that Greek bullshit, I'm telling you, you're a label born in blood inmate criminal. You can put on a robe. You can get all the goddamn degrees that you want. You do not represent the law on this penal colony because this penal colony was for our prisoner of war of the Crown of Europe ancestors. And every child they had after that, which be descendants, was enslaved. Every law is against you. us, the descendants. So I laugh all the time. I didn't put it, like that. But I used to see, I was like, how the hell are you defending a law that's put in place to fuck you up? So, now the court clerk, and I was like, wait a minute, that's South Carolina. Now the Murdochs have ruled the law, as they call it, the Low Country, for over 100 years. You have no idea how many people are indebted to the Murdoch family. And let me tell you something about those Hatfield, McCoys, and Douglas. They'll make it right. 60, 70 years ago, Murdoch daddy helped my daddy's daddy. And then we was in a debt owed to him. We in a debt owed to him. Do you know how happy I am that I did not sit on a jury duty? I never would. I knew the law was against me. I said to myself, how in the hell am I going to sit there and judge someone when I'm sitting in a room with a whole bunch of white people who is looking at me as being more of a criminal or equal as the criminal that's sitting there if they're African American? They don't see any difference between me and him. So of course I'm sitting in that jury box and they're saying, we don't have to listen to you. There's no difference between you, born in blood inmate criminal, and that person sitting there being accused of the crime. They see it all being the same. I'll get back to Judge Newman. Let's take our water break. Come on with me and save your toes and feet. Yeah. I said, come on with me. By the time I go to this doctor, I will be stayed up for like 2 nights in a row, honey. Cause when you walk with me, girl, you can eat. You think, being old, trying to see, I look out for the criminals, the robbers, and the doctors. Cause for us, for those other people, it's a hypocritic oath. For us, they take the hypocrite's oath. We are lab rats experiments. If we get healed, because we healed ourselves. No, thank you. So I'll be there. After the doctor's appointment, I gotta go to bed almost 2 days. I mean, I am stressed to the max. Woo! I said, come on with me. Save your feet and toes. Yeah, I wouldn't take jobs that made me have to take a physical to work with them. I wouldn't go. Because I know I'm a lab rat. So I know that I would come out with nothing but them diagnosing a disease for me. I'm not doing it. So if I saw that, oh, well, you gotta go take a physical. No, I ain't doing it. No, we ain't even doing that. So I've done like TB things and stuff like that. That's just for disease. Well, than that, no. So now Murdoch's defense, because of this whole thing now, Becky, the clerk, wrote a book and all this kind of stuff, and then she was talking to the jury people, and there was a jury people and I am laughing, y'all. I am laughing. I was like, I knew it. I just didn't know how they were going to do it. But I kept looking in the court and the busying thing with the courts and all of them knowing each other because it's like a court family. And I said to myself, this Murdoch ain't going to do a drop of crime. Time for crime. None of that. They are the citizens' arrest. They persecute the label born in blood inmate criminals. Not having one sit in judgment of them. So now they got Judge Newman all stressed out. He retired. You know, I did look him up because they heard some talk about maybe 3 weeks before the trial started, his son died. Now, I was curious about that too. I was like, why would they say that? Why would they say that? I was like, oh shit. His mental competency. They're going to challenge his mental competency. And all the Murdoch crooks and stuff like that is going to be back on the street. Who y'all went against them? Y'all better move to another state, get your name changed or something. Because the criminal enterprise is fitting to be back out on the hunt. Whew. So now, they got Judge Newman. Did you talk to Becky? Did you did this? Did the jury tell you this? Did you did it? Oh, your son just died 3 weeks before the trial. Are you sure you're mentally... Y'all, I saw on the first day. The fact that it's playing out now, I love the ancestors. You know they was vibing to me. He should have, when his son died, he should have just said, all right, let some white man go ahead and let all them go. This is a whole criminal enterprising like state. Okay? But they're lawyers. They're citizens arrest. They're white. They're the hill people. They're the low people. They're the holler people. They've been ruling that place. I know I walked around there. I couldn't get a library card. The books we used to get, please, you go to people's houses and get better ones. So, Judge Newman, he gonna retire. He said he retired at the end of the month. But maybe your son Energy was trying to tell you, no, Daddy, don't get into this. You're a label born in blood inmate criminals. These are ignorant people because they're the ones that labeled you that. Just because you got a robe on and you say you're Greek and you're HBUC and look, they finna tear Letitia's ass up, Bragg's ass up. That Georgia woman. I just laughed. I would have passed it on. I would have passed it on. I would have. How do you really think that you're really going after this orange shit stain? You're not. This orange shit stain was a former executive warden. You're not. First of all, he's a warden and you're not. Your old position is overseers. Yes. You're overseers. And you're overseers who are labeled born and blood inmate criminals. So as far as they're concerned, orange shit stain is a criminal and y'all criminals too. So what do you think you're really going to do? I can tell you right now, nothing. Nothing. You should have went in private practice and saved your peoples. You should have went, no, going into the law and being in part of this penal colony law system. No, you're not helping us by being there. You're helping us by defending us against it. But if you're in it, you're not helping us. And they finna eat all your asses up. Yes. Yes. Watch what they do to Judge Newman in South Carolina. And you're going to see what they finna do to that AG in Georgia. And what they gonna do to Braggs and Letitia up here in the north, honey. You're labeled born and blood inmate criminal. Orange shit stain is a citizen's arrest and a former executive warden. So he looking at it as how the inmates trying to come after me. And all white them on this penal colony is saying it. Poor Judge Newman. He should have said no. I know Murdoch's, I know this stretch, unless he's in on it. He could be in on it. This could be all a charade just so Murdoch and everybody can get off in the end. See, we tried to persecute him, but they got off. We tried. We tried. I'm surprised if Letitia and them don't want to go to jail. I'm surprised. I would be totally surprised. And then you shouldn't let the white people handle it anyway. They let them walk. Ancestors say you should become defense attorneys and fight against these penal colony laws. That for me, I can tell you, make no money, okay? Block every way. Lower pay because I'm a woman. Lower pay because I'm a labeled born and blood inmate criminal. And at the end, when Social Security come, they know they was going to get shit. All these folks dying. All these old folks dying because the virus is still back out there. And still, nothing for the old people. That's how you know you're on penal colony. Look at other countries. They have such a respect for the senior citizens or the elderly. Such respect. Not here, honey. Not here. And not for the label, born in blood inmate criminal, honey. Not here. Even when I go to that doctor's appointment next week, I gotta kick out cash. $200, close to $200 a month, extortion fees. Medicare, blah, blah, blah. And when I go to the doctor, I gotta pay. All these 100,000s of old people dying. All them Social Security checks ain't being cashed in. But no. I can't get nothing. Everything you get, you gotta pay for. And now, I think I'm gonna have to get me a magnifying glass that I can put my foot under and try to clip my toenails without it, because no. In the old days, I remember my aunt and them going to podiatrists, and they used to take care of their feet. But they wasn't talking surgery, cutting off your toe. No, they just cut down the corn. They just do your feet, but not now, honey. I done paid all this money to be a doctor, and all I'll do is cut your toenails. You got diabetes. And now, you got poor circulation. And now, I gotta put a stick in the... lab rat, honey. Lab rat. So now, my old pedicurist is sick. Woo! How you old people don't exercise? How y'all just go on? I remember my grandmother. Maybe she'd have been nice if she exercised. Yeah, y'all. Ooh. So, they say, I don't know when they're going to see it, but y'all watch it. I think Judge Newman's trial is coming up first. He was supposed to rule on something with that whole Murdoch and stuff, crime thing. He was supposed to rule on it, but he can't rule now because he got to be in the witness booth. Because the lawyers have brought him down, honey. Which means all his verdicts and all that stuff will come into questioning. And finally, Judge Newman, and I hope the other one will say, oh, shoot. That old black lady on the treadmill is right. This is a penal colony. No matter how much law I know, no matter the robes, the jewelry, it doesn't matter. You're on a penal colony. All the laws put in place to contain and control the descendants of the prisoner of war Africans who were enslaved on this penal colony some 600 years ago. Ancestors ain't happy with y'all defending these bullshit laws anyway. But y'all finna find out and the world finna see. That orange shit stain is fitting. That orange shit stain is fitting to show y'all how he became warden and why y'all are overseers. Yes, sir. That orange shit stain finna teach y'all something, as they said that your mama should have taught you. Tuck in your elbows. Squeeze your gut. Neither up nor down. Let's do 5. I gotta clean the bathroom this week. 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1 for good luck. No, I gotta clean my bathroom, mop it, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, because, you know, I definitely can't afford to get nobody to come in. And unless I get a doctor that tell me that I can get someone to help me, I can't get nothing through Medicare. All I do is pay my extortion fees and go on with life. Squeeze your gut, tuck in your elbow, neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 for good luck. Yeah, y'all. Y'all keep looking. Y'all gonna be tuning in. Y'all gonna say, that old black lady, she did say it. Let's try this. You know, remember that thing? It used to go like this, and you used to have to hold it. It's a jiggy thing. But we doing our own jiggy. And then you change hands, elbows out, and you do your own jiggy. Jiggy, jiggy. I don't know what it does. I'll find out. I'm probably not even doing it right. Thanks for coming on the walk. Like, comment, share. Tell her uncle, tell her auntie, tell her cousin, tell her friend. Subscribe, subscribe. And y'all go to iMusic. Help a sister out. She's trying to go to Ghana. I'll probably have to get a lawyer to look into my YouTube channels to see if we can shake some money for our Ghana trip. But y'all can get the song. The name of the song is I'm Walking Trying to Save My Feet and Toes. Yeah. Like, comment, share, tell an uncle, tell an auntie, tell a cousin, tell a friend, subscribe. And I'll catch you next time. Have a superfluous day. Is that the right word? Don't start me.